My meringues really haven't worked out, so now it's just really crucial for me to get the flavour balance right. So I get started on the creamy element of my molten pavlova, the white chocolate ganache. I get my white chocolate onto a bain-marie to get it nice and melted, and that's going to be the base of my ganache. I want to get some passion fruit flavour into this, so I've got the juice out of it and I get it into the ganache and stir it up. Then I get some cream, combine the two, and get some lemon zest in there as well. This ganache has to be perfect. I've got the tartness from the passion fruit, I've got sweetness from the white chocolate, and also the cream is that really nice sort of creamy texture.
So that's your sort of whipped cream element, sort of?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
Lachlan, hurry! 15 minutes to go!
How's it taste?
Yeah, it tastes good. What I'm a little bit worried about is adding the brandy because of the blast freezer and slow ice cream machine. But I want the brandy in there from a flavour point of view. Making an ice cream that tastes like Christmas pudding, I want the flavour of the brandy in there. But if I add too much brandy or if I add it at the wrong time, it can really jeopardise how the ice cream's going to set. Alcohol obviously doesn't freeze, and I don't want an ice cream to be a sloppy mess. But it does make me a little bit nervous because it will slow down the setting. But I am going to add just a little lick of raw brandy in there. I would love to put a whole lot of brandy in there and boost that flavour, but I'm going to have to just go with a little bit and just hope for the best. I would love to run it a little bit longer, but time is slipping away. I'm really feeling the pinch. I need to get this ice cream out into those moulds, spread off nice and thin so it'll sit flat on the plate and into the blast freezer.
I've got my meringue, I've got my berry compote, my white chocolate ganache, and I've got these liqueured cherries all ready to go. When I think of pavlova, I think of, you know, all these beautiful seasonal fruits on top as well. And I love fresh mango with my pavlova, so I'm going to make a mango puree. It's just going to add that sort of Christmassy contrast. So I get some mango into a processor with some sugar, I blend it up and get it into a piping bag.
Come on, Harry, keep pushing.
I've placed the chocolate on a bench and it's not setting at all.
You got the oven underneath it on high.
Oh, what a fool. Why did I put it there? Realising that I've put it on a bench that has a 180-degree oven underneath. Oh, Chef 101. I need to get the chocolate off the bench, get it into a cooler area on the bench, away from this oven, and hopefully it'll set in time. Foolish, foolish.
This is it! 5 minutes to go!
Oh, boys, 5 minutes to go.
If I want to get this immunity pin today, I have to make sure the presentation is immaculate.
You going to start plating?
So I'm going to plate this dish in like this modern, restaurant-y, interesting way of plating up a pavlova.
You've made a delicious meringue, so that's going to be the basis foundation. And then you've got this chocolate ganache, which is replacing your whipped cream. So those two components are the two most that you have.
And then finish with the fruit.
And then, exactly.
Sweet.
Looking at my chocolate, I'm still pretty nervous that me having to move it from the hot bench to the cold bench has destroyed the goodness in the chocolate. I'm scraping away at my chocolate. The cigars seem to be working. I head back over the blast freezer. It's crunch time for the ice cream. This is my entire dessert. If the ice cream doesn't work, I'm really sitting with a little bit of tempered chocolate and some berries, which I don't think is going to get me over the line.
All set, Lachlan?
I start to peel one away from the mould.
All okay?
It's absolutely perfect.
I would put more of that cream. That cream is delicious. Don't hold yourself back.
All my attention is on plating up this pavlova. I'm making sure to be meticulous with everything that's on this plate.
2 minutes to go! Lachlan, Harry, come on!
Raspberries are good.
It actually looks like Christmas on a plate. Lachlan's done an amazing job to get this ice cream set in an hour, but I just hope it packs enough flavour.
So guys, I've just warmed some almonds here. I want to sort of shave them and make them a little bit like, I guess snowflakes.
1 minute! 1 minute to go! 1 minute, Harry! 1 minute!
A few more dots of that cream. A few more dots. Don't get too pretty. Fill that bowl, that whole round circle, though. Fill it. Just like to see some more of that cream on there. That cream is important. Very important.
Harry is so focused on his plating that he's not even listening to Shannon tell him that he needs to get more of the creamy ganache on the plate.
30 seconds to go!
Make it beautiful!
It has to be on the plate! Come on, Harry, you do it well, mate. There's 10 seconds to go! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm looking down at my dish and I'm pretty happy with it. I sure hope I've done it enough to get an immunity pin today.
I really want them to see the techniques that I've tried to show and try to perfect, but I'm thinking I needed to build more flavour. I needed some sort of brandy syrup if my ice cream wasn't going to have enough brandy in it. Yeah, I'm a bit worried.
Well, there's a surprise. I think every indication was that Harry was going to go savoury. He's picked sweet for his challenge. It'll be interesting to see what they've done.
Let's bring the first dish in.
Christmas pavlova.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. That looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And berries.
Yeah.
And cherries.
Fantastic. I'm very, very excited. I think the real question is the sweet going to be balanced with enough
Tartness, yeah.
I have to say, I like the generosity of all the different sort of fruit. It made me smile. And for me, I mean, I'm old-fashioned, all that red, very Christmassy.
That combination of raspberry and blackberry and cherry with a little head of port is really nice. The cherry's a nice addition to that dish.
The meringue's really sweet. Like, there's an overriding sweetness. I like more cream. I want it to be balanced, so it's soft and crunchy.
You need some coolness there.
You know what it is? I think if you're going to pull apart a pavlova, pull apart the best bits off that pavlova.
Yeah, the crunchy bits.
The crunchy, the chewy, the marshmallowy. For me, that's the three bits that I love about a pavlova, and what I've got here is a lot of sweetness. Right, guys, let's go. Right, let's get the next dish in. Australian summer, Christmas pudding with fresh berries and tempered chocolate.
Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Look at that. The idea of an Australian Christmas pudding and that looking fresh and light and white, it looks spectacular. And I think it's a really, really clever idea.
Can't wait to see how that splits open, George.
Yeah. So, what do you reckon on that?
I think it's a fun idea, putting a snowball on the table. And I love those toasted nuts. They bring a really good crunch to that hard-set parfait.
Well, for me, it's just that little reminder of Christmas. So it's light, it's summery, but there's that little reminder that you're at home and that smell of spice and fruit. I think it's subtle, I think it's sophisticated. I love the idea of that little sort of nut snow that's on the top of the dessert. And those shards of chocolate, delicious. The only thing it's missing is brandy.
I think it needs some booze in it. I actually thought, you know, it's just a teeny bit too non-committal and elegant and not kind of like, oh, come on, let's let it all hang out, let's put in a bit more fruit, let's put a bit more booze in.
It's time to take our fish out of the oven, open up the layout file.
It smells good. It smells really good.
It looks magnificent, smells fantastic, all the flavours work really well.
Oh.
The fish lands on the plate with about 30 seconds to go.
Okay, I need those juices quick. Put the chestnuts on.
I think it plates up really nicely. The potato salad looks good. We've got our mustard dressing. I think it's all good.
Deep down, I know that that isn't bad lasagna and the judges are not going to like it.
Time's up. Merry Christmas.
Contestants, you've just created a 2-course Christmas in July meal using chocolate and salmon as your core ingredients. The judges will now taste your offerings.
The first Christmas in July that we'd like to experience belongs to Justine and Julie.
It's our turn to take our dishes up to the judges for tasting, and I'm really nervous. I'm thinking, please God, this fish has to be cooked perfect.
It's a whole baked salmon with braised fennel and chestnuts and a tarragon cream sauce, and a warm chocolate cake with creme anglaise and chocolate coated almonds.
OK, we'll try the salmon first. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It's nice and juicy. Down to, ooh, it looks very juicy, actually. And what should happen is it should just push off the bone, which it does. Nicely cooked. Nicely cooked. Now the sauce. Let's try it. That salmon's really beautifully cooked. It's, you know, you're pleased, aren't you? Yeah. Now I've taken that first fillet off. The top fillet, you can see it's beautifully pink all the way through. It's rested. It's exactly how you want a piece of salmon cooked. The sauce is nice and creamy. Fennel's lovely and sweet. So good job, nice flavours, and I'll be happy to eat that.
Thanks, Mary.
You know, the difficulty in baking a whole fish like that is getting it cooked perfectly, and you've done that, so that's a fantastic effort. Well done.
When he says it's cooked perfectly, I'm like, thank God, thank you.
Light cake, not too dominant with a strong chocolate flavour. But for me, not really Christmas. Where's the eggnog flavour in the custard? Where's that little spoonful of whiskey or brandy that flambés over the top of the pudding when you serve it? The cake by itself is just a chocolate cake, and Christmas is more than just a chocolate cake.
The first course got such great comments, and my course didn't get such great comments, and I think I've done it to Justine again. I've put her in the pressure test again.
I'm feeling very nervous hearing the news how well Justine and Julie's fish has come out, because it's a very hard thing to do. I've screwed it up in the past. So yeah, I'm having that sinking feeling right now. We have a whole roasted salmon with fennel and dill with a warm potato salad, and we have a chocolate fondant with a very boozy eggnog.
It's a little bit raw on the bone.
Just how I like it.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Are you?
I'd happily eat that.
I'm not. I'm not.
It's raw, there's no doubt about it. The potatoes, they don't do it for me. Is it Christmas in July? I don't know, I'm disappointed. It's not cooked. So, no, it ain't Christmas in July, because it needs to be cooked.
Chris and I, all that we can really think about is throwing that salmon in the bin and forgetting about it.
Great idea. Love the sleeve, love the cracking through the chocolate, love that flavour of the eggnog. Loads to like about that pudding. And you've managed to do what Justine and Julie didn't do, which is to bring us a pudding that automatically screams Christmas in a loud voice.
The judges made some fantastic comments about our dessert. They loved the concept and they really liked the eggnog. I honestly don't think it's enough to save raw fish, though.
Oh, dear.
I'm praying that somehow my dessert will get us through because the pasta really wasn't cooked. We kind of knew it was going to be a bit of a disaster.
Baked salmon lasagna, crispy skin on the top, and rocket and fennel salad.
Deep-fried meringue stuffed with chocolate, chestnut puree and orange zest, served with a choc chip cream.
Pasta's not cooked. Stretchy, I don't have to eat it to know that, you know. It wasn't in the oven for long enough. Not very impressed, to be honest. Don't like it. Tastes like baby food with overcooked salmon folded through it.
I still haven't learnt the art of simplicity, and sometimes I'm biting off too much.
I love the sound of all that sugar cracking as you get into it. Sounds good. The last time you did it was a completely different recipe. You had absolutely no idea what you were doing, did you? On the last one. But this one, you've nailed it. This is fantastic. I love it. That's got the lightest texture to it. It's like a donut, but it's so light. That's got to be my favourite dish of today.
Thank you.
This is innovative, it's new to me, it'd be new for a lot of chefs that I know. It's delicious. Congratulations.
Thank you, George. Oh, Samira.
15 minutes to go, the turkey comes out and we allow it to rest for 15 minutes.
Well, they say if it runs clear, it's cooked. It's running clear.
All the birds look absolutely magnificent. Now we have to think about presentation.
In medieval cooking, they used to sometimes present these cooked meats as mythical creatures.
Yeah.
And there is one dish where there's a little suckling pig and the roasted chicken sits on the pig with a spear
So we can get
and
that
a shield.
on top of the
You could sit it on the turkey. You see what I mean? Yeah. Oh, turn him round. Look, there's another option.
Oh, we can shove him in the neck. We can shove him in there.
This idea has come up where we're going to place the pheasant on top of the turkey. And Noelene is in her element. She's in heaven.
And give him here. Do anything between here all the way down in. And with the that one. Beautiful.
Done. It's secured.
And it looks really terrific. It's really fitting for the meal that we've prepared.
10 minutes to go and we are pushing. The grabiche is still getting made. The chickens are out, they're resting. Woohoo, that turkey looks beautiful. The worst thing that could happen would be for the turkey to be undercooked. You don't want to serve up raw poultry. You just can't.
We have minutes left in this challenge. We're all working as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Emma's very artistic and very creative, so I think this is her time to shine with the edible garden.
If it's not in the garden or it's not on the plate, we can't taste it. 3 minutes to go. Go, guys, 3 minutes. Come on.
Can someone take the top pastry out? One.
The pie.
It's time to plate up. Carve the chickens up, get them on the plate. Presentation doesn't look too good, but it's there and it will taste nice. I know it will.
Okay, put it on the other side as well, Emma.
Have a look at the potatoes, so we just dot them around.
Yeah, just don't put too many, that's it.
The Feast of the Birds looks fantastic. You know, the garden, we've done everything that we can. We've packed it full of veggies. They're all cooked well. The potatoes are out. I'm just going to decorate it with some flowers now. Rishi is deep frying some zucchini flour. I just hope it's enough. I think it's enough. Is it enough? I don't know.
30 seconds, you little cherubs. 30 seconds. Let's go, guys, come on.
Quick, move.
Ten seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Gardening's all down. Your job's done.
I think people can elimination. That is really rustic. That is something that you could, you know, serve up the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm really wrapped.
You're just hoping everything's cooked through and nothing's overcooked.
Looking at what we've put together, looking at our medieval feast, I'm happy. I'm particularly happy with the fowl. The girls have done a cracking job, but I noticed the other team's garden and it looks incredible.
We did it. I think we're still friends.
That was a tough challenge, no doubt about it. Heston's edible garden pushed me to my limit.
Our poultry is definitely inferior to the blue teams. They've managed to do artwork with their poultry and it all looks amazing. You know, looking down at our poultry, it's not quite presented as it should be. I've just got a feeling in my stomach that we could be in trouble.
I mean, I have to say, considering where you were with about 1.5 minutes to go, I think you've done a brilliant job.
Thank you very much.
That's great.
I just hope our flavours are there and I hope that our birds are good.
Well, the garden is absolutely spectacular. The birds in the garden, we haven't quite got that medieval feel. And the one I'm worried about most is the
chicken.
Is the chicken.
It's just all fallen apart, so it'll be interesting whether the flavour's going to be fabulous. And why make a pie when you've not checked to see whether or not there's a nice pie dish?
To me, that dish should feel like it's a little bit more set for this occasion.
I think we could have done so much more with our time, and I don't know what went wrong, so I'm really worried that I'm going to be cooking in elimination tomorrow.
Oh, okay. It's not bad.
Right, let's dig in.
The pie is absolutely fantastic. Try the pie.
You know what I'm impressed about is the flavours from all of the cooking of the game birds and the poultry. The chicken that they rolled and stuffed, it actually tastes really good. And I love the pigeon pie.
Turkey is good. It's a notoriously hard bird to cook perfectly.
Let's have a little look in the garden.
I love it.
All right, dig in, get your hands in, you know, it's medieval.
Are you sure that this is not dirt? Not dirt. Oh my God, that's so weird. It's not dirt.
Heston, how's the red team done? Give the garden, what do you think?
I think they've done a great job. I think the Grabiche have done a good job. I like the way that they've generously filled it with vegetables.
Don't understand why they use shop-bought mayonnaise when they could have...
Oh, is it shop-bought mayonnaise?
They could have just made mayonnaise. In saying that, I have to agree, there's lots of great flavour. Big task today.
So, guys, what do you think about the garden?
You're looking at it thinking it's a garden, and the taste just hits you, and it's that nice surprise.
And it looked like dirt and it felt like dirt. And then you ate it and it wasn't dirt. And it was like, what's happening?
I've grown so much since the start of this competition. Just to really think of how flavours work together.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
How much truffle have you got there?
I figure if you're going to have truffle, don't be stingy with it.
It's the finale. Tell us what the dish is, because now I'm excited.
A perfect golden roast chicken on the crown. I'm burning a cabbage. I'm using the inside of the cabbage.
So you're roasting it whole, and then you're going to take the middle out?
Yep. Slice of that, chicken on top, drizzle some artichoke, celeriac puree, chanterelles, hazelnut crumb, jus.
Where does the truffle go?
I'm going to put it underneath here.
skin? Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
and I'm going to sprinkle it over
Nice.
the top as well at the end.
Yum.
Got a bit to do, but I've got a timeline. I can
Sounds
do it.
good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
It's delicious. I
All
love
right.
it.
So what time have the chickens got to be in?
They've got to be in really soon, Gary. I've got to do 5 minutes. I'm just going to get these biscuits out and get onto it.
Brilliant. I'm excited about this.
Cool.
Love the dish.
Thank you. I've picked the perfect roast chicken. I've been practicing all weekend long, and this is almost a perfect dish. The flavours are beautiful, they're balanced. It's a really nice dish. I love it. There's not much room for error, though. Ideally, it's an hour, hour and a half kind of dish, so I've got to make sure everything cooks in time. And I'm really worried they're not going to cook in time. An hour should be enough, but I am worried because they are huge chickens. I set it for 35 minutes and I'll check it after that because they do need to allow enough time for them to rest. In the meantime, I've got to get cracking on that jus. I just need to make sure my cabbage... I glanced at my oven with the cabbage and I realised, oh, my oven's off. My oven's off. There goes that one. Somehow, I turned it off. Within less than an hour to go, it just won't cook in time. I have to completely rethink what I'm going to do. My burnt cabbage is not going to work. Maybe I should just steam it. Yeah, it will be disappointing to steam the cabbage today. You know, it won't have that kind of smoky burntness, sweetness that I have from the oven.
So what are you going to do with the cabbage and bacon now?
Just steam it, toss it with bacon and...
Should work in the steamer, but you're pushing it,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
am. My chickens are still in the oven. And I really haven't allowed enough time for them to rest. With less than 10 minutes to go, it's now or never. Around 60, 63 degrees is kind of when chicken is good and safe to eat. $63. Thank God. I've got to get food on the plate. I'm just really hoping that the judges like my food, you know. I'm disappointed that it's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
For me, I think this is beautiful cooking. Roast chicken with truffles. It's kind of heavenly.
I don't really know many farm gate restaurants that I can go and get food like this at. There's a lot going on here.
This is almost a perfect reinvention of roast chicken. And they're very, very rare to find. Delicious.
Well done.
Thanks, Emma. Well done.
Who would have thought an innocent little thing like a pie would cause so much heartache? 3 minutes to go.
I need time to get them out. Oh my God.
1 minute to go. Get those pies out and on the plate.
Come on, Jesse!
Nice work, Sarah.
Demolding the pies and it's just crumbling in my hand. I imagined a terrible pastry. Not like this, though.
I'm really nervous about getting this pie out. If I can't get my pie out and it's slop on a plate, no matter how good it tastes, I'll definitely be going home.
10 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm so excited with what I've done today. The pastry's golden. It looks like it's cooked through. I'm feeling very relieved.
The pastry is just way too short. I am going to be serving the judges a pie that they absolutely will not be able to pick up with their hands. I have a very, very real chance of going home today. I'm not kidding myself.
I have a huge feeling that I'll be the one going home. There's no hiding the fact that the pastry is just a bit of a train wreck.
The first pie we'd like to taste belongs to Matthew.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you're going to have to share
I'm
that,
excited. Share what? I'm not sharing anything. That looks absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I am so excited about this pie.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
You could put that on a cover of a magazine.
Absolutely right.
I don't know about putting it in a cover of a magazine. I'd put it in a big brown paper bag.
And put it in your mouth.
You could just see Gary sitting at the footy, watching his
I'd be so happy.
watching his team lose, obviously, and eating one of them.
Smash it.
What is it?
It's beef, red wine, and pepperberry with bacon and mushrooms.
It sounds good.
Oh, no, that's so good. How good's that? Oh, brilliant.
Oh, mate.
That is mighty fine pie.
Yum.
I'm going to eat all of this and just make yourselves comfy.
This is absolutely delicious. And quite frankly, we should call you the Pied Piper, because you're the one everyone has got to follow. Often with pies, we love the filling, it's delicious. The great thing about this pie is the filling is delicious and bacon is wonderful, the meat's beautifully cooked, but the pastry is the thing you really love. And to make a pie where the pastry is the hero, not the filling, that's truly great pie making.
It's the best pie I've ever eaten on this show in 7 years. Well done. Tell me he's not safe.
What, he's safe?
Yeah,
of course he's safe.
Go upstairs, go on. Up you go.
Really?
Go on. Yeah, that's amazing.
Brilliant. Don't need lunch now.